Pardon me, Morty Vicar. Hey YouTube, X42708 here, and welcome back to part 3 of my 500 subs Q&A video. I'm still on page 1 of 8 out of all the questions that you guys have asked me. So, you know, like I said in the previous video, this is going to run into a lot of parts. So, what I'll try and do is do a few parts a day, just so it doesn't get too much for you guys, and you know, just upload all the parts over a few days for you. So, next set of questions, guys. Next question is from Nintendo Beast. So thanks very much for your question, matey. Basically says, my question is, why did you sell the Nintendo Wii? To be honest, it's probably something that I regret now, especially now the new Super Mario's coming out. So that looks absolutely fantastic. It looks a really nice game. But to be honest, I sold it because it sat gathering dust. I enjoyed the free sports game that came with it, you know, where you did the 10-pin bowling and the tennis, etc. That was really good, and I had a lot of fun with you know, with the family playing it. But the only other two games that I had for it was Carnival Sports, I think it was, and Beach Sports. Both of which, you know, people have said to me before, oh, no wonder you sold it if those are the games that you know, that you brought and saw, you know, the console with. So you know, to be fair, I think I had a couple of duffers as games in the collection. Didn't really look much more into it, just thought I'd sell the Wii so I could get an Xbox 360 again. So I literally traded it in at I think I traded it in at Game, and put the money towards a Xbox 360 Elite. So I may well pick another one up later on down the line, but you know, not you know, don't hold me to that. But we'll see. It is something that I do regret selling, as there is some good games I've seen out for it since. So that's that one. Next one is a couple of questions from Jared3737, and he asks, why do you mainly collect for the Mega Drive? To be honest, the Mega Drive is my favourite system. It's the system that I remember most fondly. I've got the most memories of playing that console as a kid, and it's, you know, it's got such a massive title of games. Yes, it's got a lot of duffers on there. It's got a hell of a lot of sports games, you know, which unfortunately, you know, I have had to pick up as part of the full collection that I'm going for. But equally, there's an amazing catalogue of games for the Mega Drive. I recently, in fact, did I do? I can't remember. I saw, I think Ian Wilson and somebody else did a top 5 games for the Mega Drive, which I think I still need to do a response to for one of the YouTubers. And for me, trying to think of 5 games is going to be really difficult. You know, I could easily do probably a top 25 or a top 50 games. I think in the UK they did, or Europe they did 524 games. So for me, it's just got such a massive library of titles, and you know, there's a ton of really good games for it. So you know, for me, that's why I mainly collect for the Mega Drive. And the last question from Jared3737 is, what's your favourite system and game in your collection? As everybody knows, favourite's the Mega Drive, as I've just mentioned, and my favourite game is Streets of Rage 2. Like I say, if I had to do a top 5, I'd probably have the same battle in my head that Ian Wilson had. You know, Ian managed to pick a top 5, but I don't think he was particularly happy with the top 5, and if he sat and thought about it any longer, his head would have exploded, I think. So, you know, equally, for me, it would be really difficult to pick a top 5. But, you know, my favourite game would either be Streets of Rage 2 or Castle of Illusion. But I think Streets of Rage 2, for, you know, the nostalgia and you know, the playability that it's still got today, just pips Castle of Illusion. So that's that one. So thanks for your questions. Next few questions are from YouTubersaurus. Thanks very much, matey, for those. So, first question, what is your favourite gaming genre? I.e. fighting, RPG, shooters. Current generation, my favourite would probably be first-person shooters. Absolutely loving Modern Warfare 2 at the moment. Completed that, completed the single-player campaign for that in just over 9 hours in the end. And I'm now playing the Special Ops missions on there, which are bloody hard, really difficult, but it's such a challenging game. I'm yet to go online with it. I really want to get a Bluetooth headset for the PS3 before I go online. But you know, that's an awesome game. You've got all of the Call of Duties on 360 that I've got at the moment. I'm really enjoying playing Resistance, the first one. So I've only just got my PS3, you know, a few weeks ago. So I'm loving Resistance at the moment. So first-person shooters, big favourite of mine on current generation. Retro-wise, probably platformers and shoot-em-ups. Massive fan. Platformers, so stuff like you know, obviously Castle of Illusion. Shoot-em-ups games like Hellfire on the Mega Drive, Gynog, Xenon 2, all those sorts of really good shooters. I think it was Mutronics recently did a series of videos of shoot-em-ups on the Mega Drive, as did, I think, what's his, sorry if I get your name wrong, matey, Cyanide Breath Mints, I think his name is. Recently brought some incredibly rare, very hard to find and expensive shoot-em-ups, so looking forward to seeing some gameplays of those as well. But yeah, there's some absolutely fantastic shoot-em-ups on the Mega Drive, so looking forward to hopefully getting hold of some of those very shortly and adding those into the collection, as long as they don't break the bank in the process. So yeah, for retro platformers and shoot-em-ups. Last question, I think it's the last question. Yep, last question from YouTubersaurus. How long have you been collecting games? Really, retro collecting, I've only been collecting since April this year. And that was basically when I went on, signed up to the Retro Gamer Forum. After basically what I was looking to do was setting up a games room, obviously, you know, as I've got here. And was looking really for people's setups to have an idea of you know, how they had everything set up. So I found some pictures on Retro Gamer Forum, signed up to the forum, and I've been you know, been hooked to retro gaming ever since. The only real exception to that is really I brought my Atari 2600 6-switch Woody probably about 4 or 5 years ago. You know, that was the first console that I had as a kid, and at the time when I brought it, I didn't really have anywhere to set it up out of the way of you know, my youngest child at the time. Couldn't really have it in the living room, didn't really have a games room because we only had a 2-bedroomed house at the time. So you know, that really was boxed for 3 or 4 years, along with the 50+ games that you know, I managed to track down for it at the same time. So really, you know, 4 years ago I brought my Atari 2600, you know, with the idea of getting back into retro gaming again. But seriously, retro collecting, having my games room, going out and buying all my consoles and all the games that I've got as of today, that really only started back in April this year. So 7 months I've been collecting seriously for now. So there we go. Hope that answers your question, matey. So that's that one. So that's page 1 out of 8 done, guys. Let me just double check how we're doing for time. Right, okay guys, I think what we'll do is we'll wrap it up there for part 3, and I'll be back again with you in a few minutes for part 4. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you in a few minutes. Bye for now.